Welcome to Shyt Steph Thinks About, the show where I grab a mic, ignore my to-do list, and spiral publicly for your entertainment. I'm Steph, professional overthinker, full-time vibe curator, and unofficial CEO of... Wait, what was I talking about? Buckle up. This ride has no map. Welcome to episode number 2. I just want to thank everyone who watched and subscribed. Yes, I did overthink the first video after it was done and started overthinking episode number 2. Why? I don't know, because I think I just get so much in my head and I start spiraling, and that's why I'm here, is to spiral out of control just for you. So, I do want to make sure that everyone who subscribes also enables the notifications. That way you are notified whenever I submit or publish a video, because you never know when one's going to drop. It could be a full video, it could be a behind the scenes, or a just because video. And I want you all to be in the know of when it drops. But for the main videos, episodes, I'm trying to do it every week, and hopefully as time goes on, they will get a little longer, because my goal is to have this be a full-on podcast, like an hour or so long, and the videos will get better, I hope. Hoping. So, I need your guys' feedback. That way we can, keep this show rolling, because I may or may not run out of things to talk about. And like I said in episode 1, I think I said in episode 1, it could be random. Like this one today is going to be pretty random. So, how was your guys' week? Mine was challenging, and I think I might save that for another episode, just because I need to be more in right headspace, I guess. But yeah, that will be another episode. But I hope you all had a good week. Hopefully it was better than mine. So in the first episode, I also said that I wasn't going to edit anything. And then you guys watched the video, and now you're probably calling me a liar. But let me clarify. I will only edit to add things to the video to make it more lively, a little bit better. Kind of like my husband, aka Papa Smurf, to the boys. And that picture, you all will have to watch Rexy TV. The episode is What is in the Box, to fully understand that picture. So, after you watch my show, go check it out, subscribe, like, comment, but then come back to my show. My channel first, always, okay? All right. So, I have my notes again. I'm getting good writing down notes, and hopefully I will remember everything that I write down, trying to add a little more info, if you will. Okay, let's see. Is it just me, or do all good thoughts come to you when you get in bed, you're falling asleep, and then bam, it's like, oh, that is a good thought. You don't have pen and paper, You don't want to wake up your spouse by grabbing your phone, turning the light on, and making a note. And then you tell yourself, that is such a good idea that I am going to remember that in the morning. And then you wake up in the morning and you're like, what was it? And then you think about it all day long, and it doesn't come to you until you go to bed. Yeah. So that happens to me all the time, and I'm going to have to start writing them down or grabbing my phone and apologizing to my husband later in case I wake him up. But he'll probably be wondering, like, what the heck are you doing? You know, but he should know. He knows I do this. And no, he was not my first subscriber. Nope. Unbelievable, right? Right. Okay, let's see. Going down the list. So, as I had stated, I have 3 dogs. And I have come to the conclusion that they are messier than children / toddlers, teenagers. They're awful. I can't even believe how messy they are. I vacuum, and an hour later, it's like I didn't even vacuum. They tear all their toys apart. They go and they dig in the mud and then come and run through the house, and it is a disaster. So, if you have dogs, are they messier than children? Hopefully I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one. There's no way. There's no way. But love them to death. Even when they get a hold of the water flavor thingy, and the color of it is red, and I wake up and I go downstairs and it looked like someone got murdered in my living room, only to come to find out the dogs got a hold of that, chewed it up, and it just went everywhere, all over the carpet. And then my husband comes downstairs and he's like, what happened? And I'm all, I don't know. And then I found the bottle, and so I showed it to him, and then he's like, well, that better come out of the carpet. So myself and Taylor, camera lady,
Hi.
we shampooed it, I think a total of 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it came out. There's still a little bit of stain. So if you have any idea of what we can use to get the rest of it out, please comment. Let me know. That would be great, because I don't want to stare at little pink spots all over my really light carpet. Yeah. So that is them. Not to mention the time that our neighbors love them to death, and their sprinklers, I don't know what's going on, but it would leak out into our yard and cause a puddle, which is fine. Wish like I had grass there, but I don't. And one time their sprinklers were on, didn't realize it, and because, like, so what? It's their sprinklers. You know, they want their grass green. And then the puppies came in, and I kid you not, it's like they rolled in a mud puddle. They came running in the house, mud, head to toe, not even joking. Ran and jumped on me, jumped on all the couches, ran upstairs. We're like kind of like a 4-story house. Little buggers went and jumped on my bed, muddy. Oh my goodness. And then they came back down and shook. Mud was everywhere. I was frantic. And I had to make sure that it was all cleaned up by the time my husband got home. Yeah. Needless to say, they have not done that since, which is good. So, speaking of dogs, like our little kids, why is it that they like playing in the water, but then when you going to give them a bath, they freak out, they freeze up, they think you're trying to drown them, and it's like, no, I'm trying to give you a bath. This water is warm, unlike the hose outside. So I don't get that. They like playing in water, but they hate getting a bath. Makes no sense to me, and I'm not about to give them a bath using the dang hose. Because, no, that's just mean. Because that water is so cold. Yeah, don't get me going on cold. Let's see, what month are we in? July? Almost August? Wait till winter time. Yeah. I hate the cold. I'm allergic to the cold. Let's just say that. Yeah, so that's dogs. Those were my thoughts this week about dogs. Now, going on to something from dogs to completely out of left field, let's talk about growing plants from seeds, shall we? So we bought a house, and I was so excited to have flowers and plants and everything. And the guy that lived here, amazing job. Did an amazing job with the yard and everything. Leave it to me to just kill everything. I try. My thumb, is not green. But yeah, I'm using a green pen. Go figure. I try so hard to keep everything alive. Our peach tree is now dying.
So sad.
It is very sad. And I cut some branches off because they were dead in hopes that it would come back to life. But we'll see what happens when we can water it next Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And watch for the video that's going to drop regarding the peach tree. Okay? Watch for it. So I attempted to grow tomatoes from seeds. Granted, I got the little planter thing with the seeds from the dollar store. I know you're probably thinking that's your first mistake. Well, I tried, okay? And it started to work. It was growing. And then all of a sudden, one day, it just died. So, I go back to the dollar store and get some more seeds, but different, because they're in the little packet thingy, not like the other thing that I got. I already have the little pot and stuff in it. So these ones are growing. And then we've also have cucumbers, sweet peas, and sweet peppers.
Yeah.
All from seeds. They're all growing. And here we are, the end of July. So, how does one take care of plants in Utah in the middle of winter in their house? Please tell me, because I don't want these to die. I tried so hard. And I check on them daily, and yeah, you'll see, because I am going to put a picture of these cute little plants here. See, they're growing. I don't know, but I won't let them die. So how can I take care of them in my house? Because they're not going to grow fast enough and produce anything until probably December. And it's going to be freezing cold and snow and we're not talking about winter right now. Nope. But yeah, I just need a game plan for when it does come. Okay? So comment, please. Let me know. And if you would like, I can send you some via mail, snail mail, if you would like. Okay. Wow, I'm actually talking about everything that I wrote down except for one thing. That is crazy. Okay. I work remote and have been working remote for a very long time, long before COVID. And a lot of the people that I work with-ish, I guess, live out of state. And it got me thinking, do you have coworkers if you work from home? Kind of a loaded question, maybe. Because some of the people I did meet in the office, but a lot of them are new and have never met them in person. Talk to them via Teams, via text, via whatever, but never see their face. And it just got me thinking, it's like, okay, I know I work with you. Therefore, yes, technically you are a coworker, but if you've never met them in person, what are they? Are they just there? I don't know. I think my company should, honestly, get everybody together here in the great state of Utah. Lord help me. And so that we can all meet each other. Yeah. So I worked there for 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And some people I've worked with for 5. Never met them. So, yeah. Something to think about. See, now I've got your wheels turning. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Wow. Yeah, this was a very random video.
But it was good.
Yeah. Because I think I should do like, my first one was kind of like a rant.
Yeah.
And then this one's just kind of like, wow, your brain is woohoo. Yes, I know. You're welcome. Here for your entertainment. All right. Well, that's enough chaos for today. Your ears have done enough. And yes, of course, this is brought to you by Dubby. energy drink. This one is watermelon, guava, and lime explosion. Tastes like Kool-Aid. It is delicious. I still think the peach one is my favorite. So
Yeah.
and I have one more
It's
sample pack.
Yeah, it's like a lemonade one.
Yeah.
Strawberry lemonade or something like that.
Yep. So we will try that on the next episode. And if this episode made you laugh, cry, or reconsider texting your ex, mission accomplished. You're welcome. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. We're gonna keep going, so you don't want to miss anything. And make sure to tell everyone you know, and also tell your therapist about me. And I'll catch you next time on Shit Steph Thinks About. Bye.